There's something most people don't realize. Money isn't just attracted by hard work. It's also repelled by certain habits. Habits you do every day, without even noticing. 3 simple actions, each one quietly pushing wealth away. Let's talk about the first. Complaining. Not just the occasional grumble, but the daily habit of focusing on what's wrong. The constant talk about lack. The endless stories about how things never work out. Complaining is not just a vent. It's a vibration, a frequency. And that frequency tells the universe, I'm not ready. It tells your own mind, this is all I deserve. And slowly, your reality begins to match your words. You don't attract what you complain about. You attract what you focus on. So if you focus on lack, you'll attract more lack. If you focus on problems, you'll attract more problems. If you focus on what's missing, you'll never see what's arriving. Complaining is a daily action that pushes money away. It's not about being positive. It's about being intentional. It's about shifting your attention from what's not working to what is. From what you don't have to what you do. From what's broken to what's possible. And that shift changes everything. Now, the second action. Procrastination. Not just putting things off, but the habit of waiting for perfect conditions. Waiting for motivation. Waiting for permission. Waiting for someone else to start. Procrastination is not just about laziness. It's about fear. Fear of failure. Fear of judgment. Fear of stepping into your own power. And every time you wait, you're telling money, not now. You're telling opportunity, not ready. You're telling your future, not yet. But money doesn't wait. Opportunity doesn't wait. Your future doesn't wait. They move on. They find someone who's ready. And that someone is not you. Procrastination is a daily action that pushes money away. It's not about being busy. It's about being brave. It's about starting before you feel ready. It's about taking one small step, even if it's messy. Because action attracts action. And momentum builds momentum. Now, the third action. Comparing. Not just looking at others, but measuring your worth by what they have. Their possessions. Their success. Their lifestyle. Comparing is not just envy. It's insecurity. It's a silent message to yourself, I'm not enough. And that message becomes a wall. A wall that blocks your own abundance. Because abundance is not about having what others have. Abundance is about valuing what you have. Abundance is about celebrating your own progress. Abundance is about trusting your own path. And every time you compare, you're pushing money away. You're telling your mind, I'm not worthy. You're telling your future, I'm behind. But money flows to those who feel worthy. Money flows to those who feel enough. Money flows to those who celebrate their own journey. So stop comparing. Start celebrating. Start valuing. Start trusting. Because that's how you stop pushing money away. Let's talk about how to stop these actions. First, complaining. Start by noticing when you complain. Notice the words you use. Notice the stories you tell. And then, pause. Ask yourself, what am I focusing on? If I keep focusing on this, what will my life look like? And then, shift. Shift your attention. Find one thing that's working. One thing you're grateful for. One thing that's possible. And focus on that. Not to ignore your problems, but to balance your energy. Because balance attracts abundance. Now, procrastination. Start by noticing when you wait. Notice the excuses you make. Notice the reasons you give. And then, pause. Ask yourself, what's the smallest step I can take right now? What's one thing I can do, even if it's imperfect? And then act. Take that step. Not because you're ready, but because you're willing. Because willingness attracts opportunity. Because action attracts momentum. Because movement attracts money. Now, Comparing. Start by noticing when you compare. Notice the people you look at. Notice the thoughts that arise. And then, pause. Ask yourself, what am I grateful for in my own life? What progress have I made? What's unique about my journey? And then, celebrate. Celebrate your own path. Celebrate your own wins. Celebrate your own growth. Because celebration attracts abundance. Because gratitude attracts money. Because trust attracts opportunity. So here's your invitation. Stop pushing money away. Start attracting it. Start with your words. Start with your actions. Start with your thoughts. Because wealth isn't just about what you do. It's about who you are. It's about the energy you carry. It's about the habits you build. And every day you have a choice. A choice to complain, procrastinate, and compare. Or a choice to focus, act, and celebrate. And that choice shapes your reality. That choice shapes your future. That choice shapes your wealth. So choose wisely. Choose abundance. Choose action. Choose celebration. And watch how quickly your life changes. So here's your invitation. Stop the daily actions that push money away. Not just for a day. Not just for a week. But for the rest of your life. Make a conscious choice every morning to let go of those habits that keep you stuck. Start the daily actions that attract it. Not as a chore. Not as a duty. But as a celebration. Celebrate your ability to choose. Celebrate your power to change. Complain less. Not because you're pretending everything is perfect, but because you're choosing to focus on what's possible. Because you're choosing to see what's working. Because you're choosing to believe in your own abundance. Every time you complain, you're sending a signal to the universe. A signal that says, I'm not ready. A signal that says, I don't deserve more. And the universe listens. It matches your energy. So if you focus on lack, you'll attract more lack. If you focus on problems, you'll attract more problems. But if you focus on what's possible, if you focus on what's working, if you focus on what you're grateful for, the universe will respond. It will bring you more of that. It will bring you more abundance. It will bring you more opportunity. Act more. Not because you have to, but because you want to. Because you know that movement creates momentum. Because you know that action attracts opportunity. Because you know that even the smallest step is a victory. Procrastination is not just about waiting. It's about fear. Fear of failure. Fear of judgment. Fear of stepping into your own power. And every time you wait, you're telling money, not now. You're telling opportunity, not ready. You're telling your future, not yet. But money doesn't wait. Opportunity doesn't wait. Your future doesn't wait. They move on. They find someone who's ready. And that someone is not you. So start today. Start now. Take one small step. Even if it's messy. Even if it's imperfect. Because action attracts action. And momentum builds momentum. Compare less. Not because you're ignoring others, but because you're honoring your own journey. Because you're valuing your own progress. Because you're trusting your own path. Comparing is not just envy. It's insecurity. It's a silent message to yourself, I'm not enough. And that message becomes a wall. A wall that blocks your own abundance. Because abundance is not about having what others have. Abundance is about valuing what you have. Abundance is about celebrating your own progress. Abundance is about trusting your own path. And every time you compare, you're pushing money away. You're telling your mind, I'm not worthy. You're telling your future, I'm behind. But money flows to those who feel worthy. Money flows to those who feel enough. Money flows to those who celebrate their own journey. So stop comparing. Start celebrating. Start valuing. Start trusting. Because that's how you stop pushing money away. Celebrate more. Not just your big wins. but your small victories. Not just your achievements, but your efforts. Not just your successes, but your growth. Every time you celebrate, you're sending a signal to the universe. A signal that says, I'm grateful. A signal that says, I'm enough. A signal that says, I'm on the right path. And the universe responds. It brings you more to celebrate. It brings you more abundance. It brings you more opportunity. And watch how quickly your reality shifts. Not overnight, but day by day, week by week, month by month, as you build new habits, as you shift your energy, as you change your mindset. Because wealth isn't just about money, it's about energy. The energy you carry, the energy you attract, the energy you create. It's about mindset, your thoughts, your beliefs, your expectations. It's about habits, the small things you do every day, the choices you make in silence. And every day, you have the power to choose. Not just once, but every single moment. You can choose to complain, or you can choose to focus. You can choose to procrastinate, or you can choose to act. You can choose to compare, or you can choose to celebrate. And that choice shapes your reality. It shapes your future. It shapes your wealth. So choose wisely. Choose abundance. Not just in your bank account, but in your heart, in your mind, in your soul. Choose action, not just for results, but for growth, for courage, for confidence. Choose celebration, not just for what you have, but for who you are, for what you've overcome, for what you're becoming. And let your future begin today, not tomorrow, not next week, not when everything is perfect. Today, right now, in this moment, the moment you decide that your habits matter, the moment you decide that your energy matters, the moment you decide that your mindset matters. Because those decisions are the foundation of your wealth. Those decisions are the foundation of your life. And as you make them, one by one, you'll notice something beautiful. Your reality begins to shift. Your opportunities multiply. Your abundance grows. Not because you chased it, but because you created the space for it. Because you invited it in. Because you stopped pushing it away. So let this be your daily practice. Stop pushing money away. Start attracting it. Complain less. Act more. Compare less. Celebrate more. And watch how quickly your life transforms. Because wealth is not just about what you have. It's about who you are. It's about the energy you carry. It's about the habits you build. And every day, you have the power to choose. Choose abundance. Choose action. Choose celebration. And let your future begin today.